Hello, and what is going on, lovely people of the internet? It is Hootmoney here with another video for you guys today. Today, we're going to be talking about Progenity, or PROG stock. Tomorrow we have options expiring 11/19. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be an amazing day. Make sure you guys join me live at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're running it back, baby. We're going live for the entire day once again. So hit them post notifications down below. And that's that, guys. Let's get this bread. Anyways, we've gotten a lot to go over. Some weird stuff was happening today as well. So let's get right into it. Anyways, guys, here we have Progenity's chart. Another bad day. Down about 12%. There was not as much volume in general as of today, and less dark pool volume as well. So it was a less volatile day, but it still sold off just a bit here. We did dump down here in after hours. Now, can you say this is a Wyckoff? You can make anything a Wyckoff if you really wanted to. Here's the actual updated Wyckoff. So obviously we had this thing in phase D. It completely overshot this thing, right? It skipped the consolidation zone right here, and now it's coming back down, and we're still above where we would have been in phase D. Now, we had this as phase E as of right now, entering into that phase. This is set up so that it would be on 11/19. Now, we have to keep in mind that they could be pushing this thing down on purpose. We have the call options right here. We have 10K at $3, 22K at 3.5, 21K at 4. All of these in the money, guys, and we don't know if these have been appropriately hedged yet. And if they aren't appropriately hedged, that would mean some additional buying pressure coming in to tomorrow's trading day to get these shares, make sure that they can deliver these shares to the call option buyers, correct? We also have an additional 17,000 here at the 4.5, 40,000 here at the 5, and 30,000 here on the 5.5. So if we start moving up, if there's lots of buying pressure tomorrow, this could send us into a gamma ramp all the way over $5.05 per share. Now 7.5 has the most open interest at 57,000 different contracts for this 7.5 call option. Now, if we do get up there, if we do get past 7.5, that would be absolutely remarkable, and that would send this thing like going crazy, especially at expiration. Now, if Progenity stock expires tomorrow at 7.5 or over 7.5, that would be absolutely wild. But for now, let's just focus on the 4.5, the 5, and make that ladder run up into the end of the day tomorrow. And it might seem like that's a lot of work to do, right? But just this week, we were at we got to over $6 per share in Progenity. So it's not impossible, but obviously the volume will have to come back in the stock. It's very, very important. So you know the drill. Call up your grandma, call up your aunt, call up your wife's boyfriend, tell them to buy some Progenity stock, because we need to send this thing into a massive gamma ramp as of tomorrow. Now, that's obviously not financial advice, but let's look at this at a technical level right now. We almost had this thing coming up here at market open. The MACD was ready to bounce. Everything was ready to bounce. We got a nice pump off of that 50 moving average. Then at open, this thing dumped once again. We got a bit of bearish divergence here on the MACD. RSI continued to remain flat. So that was a bit of an opportunity to make a little bit of a comeback, but it didn't happen. So tomorrow's going to be the ultimate comeback day. We're going to need to put some volume in it. There's going to be naturally more volume because it's options expiration day. So let's get it. Let's get after it. I'm excited, guys. Anyways, if you wanted to check out this charting software, this is WeBull Desktop. You can check it out using the link in the description. They're giving away up to $2,300 in free stock as long as you make an account and deposit at least 1 penny on their platform. So it's definitely worth checking out if you guys haven't already. Links below in the description and pinned comments. And as you guys can see, it's just an amazing charting software. So definitely check it out if you guys haven't already. And yeah, let's just get right back into it. So on top of what we just saw in the options chain, they also added a few more strikes, the 6, 6.5, 7, and then all the way up to 10. They also added some more weeklies in this mix. So before we were getting monthly options, this this week we're getting weekly, so November 26th now, but the majority of the open interest, we've built up a decent ladder here at the December 17th. So Progenity play, you might think, oh, it's over right now as of 11/19. If 11/19 doesn't hit, the stock goes down. That's not true, because we've actually built out a decent amount of open interest now in the December 17th as well as the January 2022s. So there's 32,000 in the money here on the January 2022s. So it is still looking play if we're doing this thing longer term. People were saying the same thing in October. This is what I learned today from the Twitter Spaces call. Back here, when this thing originally ran up, people said, oh, it's over, options expire, blah, blah, blah. And look where we're at now. We're over double the price there. So this is going to keep going on until the short's covered, which they haven't covered yet, guys. This is going to keep on going on. Another thing is that we do have this gap right here on the daily. It's also right there at the 25 moving average on the daily. So we'll see. A lot of the time gaps do fill, so that is a technical risk. But I do think that from here on out, especially by seeing some of these December 17th and obviously the January 2022s, seeing the open interest in those go up is very, very good, because obviously shorts have not yet covered and we've been in an amazing uptrend so far, so it can continue into the future. We've set a new precedent, getting at an all-time high at $6.20 right there. We're setting higher highs on every rally and higher lows. This is a great uptrend right now, and I'm ready to hold this stock and continue to play it, man. I'm ready. Anyways, we're still a threshold security, as you guys can see. Progenity, baby, and they're still somehow lending out new stock. You got the short squeeze leaderboard. This was robbery right here. They moved us down to 12. Right? Isn't this wild? They moved us down to 12 on the short squeeze leaderboard. Makes no sense. Absolutely nothing changed. And if we look at the Ortex, they borrowed another 5.2 million shares as of today. Why would they do this? I don't know. They're paying a 98% cost to borrow. That's absolutely insane. Up 10% in short interest as of today. Now, you might notice right here, it says 21% of the float is shorted. Now, this is weird, right? Because just the other day, it was saying like 28%. So why is it saying 21%? The free float of the stock has actually increased to about 145 million. Now, why did the free float increase? That's all speculation. I've been trying to figure it out, and I can tell you guys right now, I can't figure it out. There's no SEC filings that back up this increase in free float. I've talked about it with a few other people that are big on Progenity. They don't seem to know. It's pretty much impossible to really know right now. We'll figure it out at some point in the future, but for now, we don't know. We know that Ortex has made massive errors in reporting Progenity as of before, but this I don't think is an error, because multiple other sources are saying it. WeBull said it as well, and S3 Partners has an increased float as well. But we did have Ortex say one day that 15 million shares were returned, which made absolutely no sense. But we did get another 5.2 million shares borrowed. But at the same time, we've been having an excess of return shares lately. So from the current floating supply, they could have easily borrowed another 5.2 million shares as of today. So it's hard to say what's going on in that department, but until we get 24 million returned shares, I'm going to continue to be bullish on this stock. I need a flip over right here. This is S3 Partners. They also had the float at 143 million shares, if you can even see that right here. And they also had the short interest percentage of free float go down from 19% down to about 15-16% as of yesterday. Now that looks bad. It looks like shorts covered, but they didn't cover. And if you look at this right here, this is absolutely amazing. This essentially is taking the current short interest and multiplying it by the share price of Progenity, so we can actually get an estimate of how many shares, how bad shorts are down right now. If we're taking a look at where we were at on Monday, this was about $69 million in USD, lol, and then it goes up to about $109 million in USD. So as of this week, since the share price increased, that's about $40 million that short sellers have lost as of this week alone. Like, imagine losing $40 million in a single week for shorting a stock and not covering it. Huh? Couldn't be me. Meanwhile, Progenity stock is up 40% in a week absolutely insane things going on in Progenity stock. I could not be more excited for what's to come in the future. And clearly now shorts are going to have way more pressure. Just imagine losing $40 million in a week. It's just absolutely absurd. Anyways, we have the Fintel right here. Again, 13 on the leaderboard. Makes no sense. A little bit, I don't know, a little iffy there. Nothing really to go over here. Obviously, there was tons of dark pool volume as of the last 2 days. Today, it came down a little bit, but it was still obviously high. Short volume ratio was 56% as of yesterday, 50% the day before. So, we've been seeing this, guys. 50%, we're still a threshold security. It's just absolutely absurd at this point. Looking at the whale flow, you guys, look how bullish this is. Absolutely insanely bullish. Now 11/19 was not the most popular expiration date now, so a lot of this is going out towards the future. A lot of people are moving their expirations out towards the future. We also got tons of call options right before close. I mean, look at this. 510,000 here, 46 or 460,000 right here, 50,000 here, $1.3 million right here, all at the $1 strike price. It appears like these are people that are scrambling to get shares of the stock, which could be short sellers that, oh, maybe they're naked, maybe they need to get shares. I don't know, but this is very suspicious behavior right now. And the only reason that they'd want to go for these deep in the money is for them to get shares without affecting the level 2 data, which is very, very, very interesting. And it happened right before close. So we'll see what happens with that tomorrow. It doesn't affect the share price, right? They're able to obtain so much of the stock right now without affecting the share price, right? So they very well could have been short sellers who are just trying to get the stock back. Anyways, looking at the chart, you guys can see it was 97% bullish premium from whales, going for that 4/14/2022. Now this data is skewed by those big buyers at the end of the day, but they were also going for those 12/17s and 1/21s. And you can see right here, the 11/19 wasn't as popular as some of these other expirations. They were also overwhelmingly going for those ones, but again, that data is skewed by the call options right at closing bell. The $3 was the next most popular by far. If we're looking at the historical flow, call option volume did come down. This could have been predicted. Overall volume was down for the stock. If we're looking at the 10 biggest option trades right here, again, we're seeing all of this right here, what we saw right before close. There was also a lot. Just look at this. Buy call, buy call, buy call, buy call, buy call, buy call, buy call. They're all buying calls. Now this guy put $500,000 into a call that is expiring tomorrow. He's obviously going to exercise this. This guy just wants the stock, okay? He wants the stock for whatever reason. But none of the other biggest option trades are going for the 11/19. A lot of them are going for this 12/17, 12/17. The 259K guy right here is going for the 12/17. This guy with 168K is going for the 1/21/2022. So this is awesome. This extends the play out into the future. It doesn't have to rely on the 11/19 expiration anymore. We can continue to squeeze the shorts out into the future. And then here you see the dark pool volume again, not nearly as high as it was the past few days. So that's all I got for the video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I'm so bullish on Progenity, man. Even if there is volatility, even if we don't get that squeeze as of tomorrow, it's looking fantastic as a long-term hold. Everything is looking great in terms of fundamentals as well. So I'm so bullish on Progenity. They have enough cash to not dilute shareholders for another almost a year, like another 8 months or something like that, until Q3 2022. So that's awesome. There's so much to be bullish about in this stock, guys. Seriously, guys, this is one of the best fundamental plays that has so much retail interest as well as tons of call options and high short interest. It literally checks all the boxes right here. So long-term or short-term Progenity, I love this stock, and I can't wait to see you guys tomorrow. It's Prog week, baby. 11/19 tomorrow. Let's get this bread. Let's squeeze some shorts. Tell your grandma. tell your grandma, call her up on the phone right now, tell her about this enlightening opportunity, tell her to buy some of those 750s expiring tomorrow, and we're all good to go. Obviously not financial advice, but that's all we got. Make sure you guys are there for my live stream as of tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. We're running it back. We're going to watch the entire day unfold, and it's just going to be a good time, all right? So see you guys later. Like the video if you haven't already, and check out WeBull if you want up to $2,300 in free stock as long as you deposit 1 penny on their platform. Links below. Anyways, guys, that's about it. See you guys next time. Peace.